working this meet.
Well, they're making their money's worth with that finish in the DMR coming down to the thousandths of a second.
And we move on to this next heat, 418. This is Mount St. Michael, North Salem, Tappan Zee, Milford Mill, St. Croix Educational, Pleasantville, Yonkers, Red Line, River Hill, Sherwood, West Milford, Urbana, Wayne Valley, and Jefferson Forest. Jefferson Forest, your only VA team in this heat.
From Lynchburg, Virginia, way in the southwest. They had probably a long drive up for here.
Milford Mill out of Maryland in the dark green, an early leader. Kind of a waterfall exchange here.
That was a 50-point split for Milford Mills.
So Milford Mills continuing their great start in this relay. Looks like Mount St. Michael out of New York in second, trying to make up some ground on them, and doing so. So Milford Mills, Mount St. Michael, you're 1-2 right now. And moving into the lead now, Mount St. Michael, Milford Mills in second, and Urbana out of Maryland as well in third. Mount St. Michael had a great exchange there, always important. If two teams are evenly matched speed-wise, those exchanges are huge, and Mount St. Michael showed it right there. And Milford Mill pushes back, entering turn 3. He settled in behind him for the first half of his leg, but Milford Mill is now moving out into the lead and putting some room between them and Urbana. Or Mount St. Michael. And Milford Mills now with a huge lead. Mount St. Michael's in second. Pleasantville out of New Jersey in third. And Milford Mills putting even more space between them. They look like the favorites now to win this heat. In the dark green with the M on their chest. Coming out of the final turn. And Milford Mills smooth to the finish here. Gonna take this one as we wait for the official time. Looks like 3:24.12 for Milford Mills. 3:25.89 for Mount St. Michael. So they exchanged the lead a few times, made it interesting, and then Milford Mill just took off in the second half of that